you guys?
Good.
Good.
Should we just sit right here?
Absolutely, please do. So what brings you guys in today?
Go ahead, you tell us.
Well, I hit my head on a rock while I was, what was I saying again?
It's okay, Indigo. She gets distracted easily. She went on a trip with her friends to Aspen. They went skiing. I told her to be careful, and she went on the big slope, and she fell on a rock, hit her head, and here we are today.
Okay.
It's been really tragic.
Your shirt's ugly.
Indigo, how many times do I have to tell you? That is so mean. This is why you don't have any friends.
It is ugly.
I just don't understand. Indigo used to be such a great, kind person, and she was just really great to be around, and her students really loved her, and now I've just seen such a change in her mood. She's depressed because, you know, no one wants to be around her, and I don't know what to do.
I can understand that. Ms. Smith, this is a really normal process that happens for a lot of people who've undergone brain injuries. There's oftentimes some personality changes that really go along with that. If it's okay with you, what I'd really like to do right now is just run some tests with her and just get a little bit bigger picture of what's going on, and then bring you back in and we can reevaluate from there.
Okay.
So if you'll step out for just a little bit and we'll call you back in a minute.
Be good, please.
All right. All right, thank you. Here's the test that we're going to be doing. Oh, put it down for me, please. Thank you very much. All right, ready? Okay, what I want you to do for this first task is to start at the 1, and then go to the A, and then the 2, alternating numbers and letters as you go.
What do you want me to do, like with my fingers?
Draw it with a pen. Take the pen, start at the 1, go to the A, draw in lines. Go ahead and just have a seat for me, if you will.
Yeah.
I liked it better when you weren't in the room because you're like really annoying. You annoy me.
I know.
So that was really helpful. It was really good for me to be able to evaluate her and see what we have. And what it looks like is essentially her language skills and her cognition, her thinking seem to be really good. She has a little bit of problems with some of her attention and her inhibition, and some impulsivity and a little bit of memory. So what I'd really like to do with her is
You're talking a lot.
I know, a social behavior strategy called self-regulation therapy.
Why are you still talking?
I've got to explain this to you, and if you can pay attention to me for maybe about 5 minutes, then you can be free to go. Don't worry about it. We're almost there. But what I will do is really just kind of focus on some cause and effect of the relationships and her actions and what she says. And you know, for you or me, for people without brain injuries, these kind of things are pretty automatic. Social behavioral stuff is pretty automatic. But when you've had a brain injury, you really have to practice some of those things. They're not as automatic. So you're gonna have to put in a little bit of work, but you wanna get better, right? And kind of improve some of your relationships with your friends, and this can really help that. What we got is we just really need to retrain her internal filter, which is kind of missing at the moment.
Okay.
And what we want her to do is just have slow, thoughtful processing of what she says and what she does. It should help reduce her impulsive comments and kind of help with some of her disinhibited behaviors, and just consistently reminding you through some acronyms. I have a really easy acronym for you to remember that will kind of jog your memory, and we'll learn more about that in the next session. I don't want to get into it too much.
Jog my memory. So my memory's gonna go on a jog.
So jog your memory is actually a saying, and essentially what it means is just that helps you remember. It's just a little saying.
Well, you should have said that the first time.
Indigo, be nice.
Well, that was, maybe we can work on some of that stuff later too.
Thank you.
But does that seem kind of like on goal with what you would like to be seeing?
Yeah, definitely. I trust you. Whatever you think is best. I just want the best for her, so I'm on board.
Awesome. And Indigo, what do you think?
That your shirt is ugly.
Therapy for someone with indigo's deficits in impulse control and inhibition, as deficits in these areas would cause impairment in self-monitoring. Self-monitoring refers to the internal feedback that occurs throughout cognitive communication activities. External feedback is an aspect of self-regulation therapy that does not focus on treating the impaired aspects of her self-monitoring system, but instead gives her strategies and step-by-step instructions to improve self-regulation and self-monitoring. The use of external feedback, in Indigo's case, the acronym, redirection from the therapist, motivation, visual aids, and video review provides tools for her to use beyond therapy. For example, the video review teaches Indigo how to explicitly analyze her own interactions and compare predicted performance with the actual response. In a way, self-regulation therapy is a strategy to train the metacognitive system, which encompasses values, motivators, and beliefs in the self.
How are you today?
Nah.
Okay. All right, well, here's the acronym I have for you today, and this is what I would like us to work on. All right, so here's our acronym. Indigo, I'm gonna need you to leave the paper here, please. Our acronym.
Don't you own any other clothes?
Yes, I do.
That shirt is ugly.
Indigo, is that a nice thing to say?
Well, I don't know. Just telling you.
Okay. All right. Well, let's take a look at our acronym. We have C is for control impulses, right? So, for example, when you snatched it earlier, would you appreciate it if I had snatched the paper from you?
You talk too fast. This crap sucks.
All right. That's a good one for our next word. Our next letter is use polite words. Crap and sucks are not really polite words, and if you're in a classroom, you wouldn't be able to use those words with your students. Have you ever done anything teaching students how to use their polite words?
What am I having for lunch? Your breath makes me think of onions.
Have you ever had to tell students something, maybe a little song about using polite words?
I really want to leave.
15 more minutes, and then you can go home, okay? All right. Next up is T for take turns.
I have no problems sharing.
I know you
Good.
don't have problems
Share my
sharing,
pencil.
but you do have a little bit of trouble taking turns with speaking, right? I go, then you go, and make sure you don't interrupt, right? Next up is T again. Think before you speak. You have to make sure what you're saying.
Are you married? Because if I were your husband, I would hate it. You're annoying.
That is a perfect example of thinking before you speak, right? Was that a nice thing that you just said?
Well, I am just telling you what I'm thinking.
I know, but sometimes you can actually keep what you're thinking inside your head and you don't always have to say it out loud.
Well, I guess not. I'd be kind of sad if someone told me that I was annoying.
Yeah, exactly. Last up is S for stay on topic.
How old are you?
Was that on topic for what we're talking about?
What were we talking about?
We were talking about our acronym and how we want to be able to talk to people. And our acronym cuts.
If you want me to cut something, you're gonna have to give me scissors.
Not that kind of cuts. This is more like the cuts where we're using an acronym. Sometimes we say things and we mean to represent other words.
Yeah, but well, I hit my head, okay? So I can't do this. Remember?
I know this is difficult for you, but we're gonna break it down with therapy for the next little bit and get you to the point where it's easier for you.
Well, it's just a lot.
I know it's a lot. But do you ever use maybe some of the notes on your phone, the notes app on your phone?
Yeah, I know how to use my phone just fine.
Yeah? Well, maybe sometimes that could help. Remind you about what the acronym is, or if you're having trouble remembering something, we can start using some of that to make it a little easier.
Okay.
All right. Okay. All right, so we just finished watching Indigo's first session. And so what we saw is our utilization of cuts. C, control impulses. U, use polite words. T, take turns. T, think before you speak. And S, stay on topic. So in the video, you saw me redirect Indigo anytime that she happened to get off track from her strategies. Is that something you would feel comfortable doing at home?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, great. One of the things that's really important is for her to have as many opportunities as possible to use these strategies. So at home, whenever you're out, whatever you're doing, making sure that if she's straying from these, that you're always redirecting her to be thinking about her strategies and thinking about cuts, however you need to.
Do you think that I should role play with her, do anything like that at
Absolutely.
home, like just practicing with her?
That would be amazing. So practice with her when it's just the two of you talking, when you're going out, if you have to go out to eat or anything like that. Absolutely, role playing would be amazing.
So kind of just constantly showing her her phone, or you know, maybe putting some of these up around the house, would you suggest?
Absolutely, that would be really great. As much opportunity she has to practice this, the better it'll be ingrained into her and the more easily this will come.
Okay, great.
So-
I think I can do that.
Wonderful, all right. Over the next few weeks, Indigo is provided with many opportunities to employ cuts in therapy sessions. I provided multiple role-playing situations, each session with Indigo and her mother. I have frequently employed cueing and redirection strategies. Indigo has made progress, but her mother still reports that she struggles with using cuts in everyday situations. And I have decided to take Indigo out to get a picture of her everyday functioning. All right, Indigo, now remember, today we're videotaping it so we can look back at it again next time, all right?
Hi, I'm Sally and I'll be your waitress today. What drink can I get started for you?
Oh, you're like talking way freaking fast.
Was that polite words?
I was just telling her she was talking too fast. I can't know what she's saying.
What's another way you could say that? Maybe something like, I'm sorry, I can't understand you. Could you please slow down?
Can you please slow down?
Hi, I'm Sally. What would you like to drink?
Okay, I want water.
Okay.
That waitress was a little witch.
It's okay. Let's take a peek at our strategies before we order again, okay?
Okay.
What food could I
Hey, okay. I want a shrimp kebab, mashed potatoes, key lime pie, grouper sandwich, French
All right,
fries,
1 second.
and corn
Are
on the
you
cob.
controlling your impulses?
I'm telling her what I want to eat.
I understand that, but you can't eat everything on the menu. So let's try just picking one thing you would like to eat.
Okay. Okay. Where's Mom? She's not here. Why didn't she eat with us today?
Is that on topic? Let's remember we're ordering food. Try to pick just one thing from the menu. We'll see your mom in a little bit, okay? It's okay, Indigo. Can you pick one thing for me? All right, Indigo, so we just finished watching the video of your experience at the restaurant with the waitress. How do you think that one went?
I mean, I think that I just told her what I was thinking, and I don't see any problem with that.
Okay. That's why you're in therapy, though, because remembering to control your impulses, and use your CUTS acronym. When you just say what's on your mind, sometimes it comes off as rude. And that's why your friends and your family sometimes get frustrated when they're talking to you. So maybe we can rephrase this and see how you could do it a little differently.
Yeah. I just don't know if it's gonna work. I mean,
I can understand that, but if you remember your kids from your classroom, don't you want to get back into some sort of classroom again?
I do love my children.
And in order to, work towards a goal of getting you there or something like that, we have to work on some of your controlling your impulses, right? So here are some things that you can do maybe to help you in another situation. Next time, speak politely with the waitress. When you told her she was speaking too freaking fast, you hurt her feelings. Can you understand that?
Yeah.
What are some other ways maybe you could have said that?
Just ask her maybe to slow down.
Exactly. Now, what do you think about when you ordered the meal?
Well, all the food just looked so good. I just wanted to eat it all.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was really good. But, you also have to remember to control your impulses. When at restaurants, you can only order one thing off the menu. Do you understand?
Yeah. I mean, I guess I'm not very fat, so it can't all fit.
Yeah, exactly. I'm really proud of the progress that you're making. You've been working really hard, and I'm excited to see how you'll keep improving. Today I brought Indigo back to another restaurant to see how she has progressed with her conversation with strangers. So let's see how today's therapy session went.
Hi, I'm Jenny and I'll be your waitress today. What drink can I get you started with?
Control impulses. I'll have a Sprite, please.
Sounds good, I'll bring that right away.
That was really good, Indigo. I like how you were looking at your device on your phone in order to see your acronym. That's really good. Keep using that throughout the meal.
Okay.
What food would you like to order today?
Use polite words. Can you please slow down? You spoke kind of fast.
Oh, of course. What food would you like to order today?
Okay, stay on topic. I want a cheeseburger and fries.
Okay, I'll have that right now.
Indigo, I really liked how polite you were when you were doing that. I can really see how much progress you've made. I'm so proud of you. At the end of therapy, Indigo was told that maintenance of her social skills would be really important once she is finished with therapy. Joining a social skills group would be a good place to practice her skills, meet new people, and talk about what she's experiencing with people who understand what she is going through.